Hi, can you hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I have sound? Yes, I do. It should be a bit, yeah, there, I can hear you now, I think.
I'm trying to get my audio to work. 1 second. Oh,
We
there we
can
go.
we
Hi,
can hear
Joanna.
you. Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Martha.
Dad.
We're waiting for Adam to join.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna put on my other glasses so I can see.
Right, me too. I'm gonna go get my tea. Okay.
Hey, are you coming on the Zoom call? Great, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, Adam should be here any second now. Yes.
I can still go.
Adam, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Martha, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
I
Just come on camera.
I see. There's Partha. Adam, show your face.
Sorry, I gotta find a sitting spot first.
That's not the. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can walk with it. It's just I'm trying to find the spot first.
There we go. There, now we can have faces and names to everybody. Hello, and let's get started. Thank you, Johanna, for carving out some time all the way from Sweden to come and join us. I have here my cousin, Tan, and my dad, Say. And we have Partha Das, who is at the center now, and Adam, who's at home. And I'm here at the studio. And Johanna, you're working from home?
I always work from home. This
Yeah.
is my life. Well, I'm working from home. It's already 9 o'clock here, so.
Yes, I know.
It is night, man.
It's nighttime. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started real quick. I just sent some meeting agendas, so we'll just go over them real quick. I didn't send it to you, Adam. Sorry, I didn't have a chance, but we're going to introduce everybody, which I kind of just did. We're going to go through our vision statements for the company, bylaws, next steps. We'll have an open forum, and then we'll schedule our next meeting. Okay, so in terms of introducing the board, I kind of just went over that. We have my dad and my cousin here. They're kind of just sitting on as family members until we get an appropriate person to take over their position as something more active. So they're really here in a more of a silent, inactive role, but they are, at the end of the day, still trustworthy and family, right? So that's what we want. Adam, so everyone knows, is my best friend. He's my business partner, and I trust him with everything as well. And this role is also going to be a temporary position for him as well, until we get rolling. Partha, he's my spiritual brother from another mother. He's taking care of everything on the digital side and then corporation side, the administrative side, which is amazing. He's been such a help. I'm so grateful. And then and he's staying here for now. And he's also on the board, but also when it's right, he will move on and we'll replace him with somebody else. And Johanna, who is my spiritual sister from another Mister. And she did a course at our center and was just kind of blown away by her experience. And we started talking, and we actually have a lot in common, a lot in common. We've done Landmark together, like in around the same time in New York City. So it's just kind of crazy how our lives possibly have crossed in the past without even knowing. But her work ethic, her attitude, and her ideas is what I think she can bring to the board and the organization, and hopefully, it will blossom into a very important and significant role if that's what she intends, right? Okay, so I wanted to go over the vision statement of the company. I think that's important to identify what it is that we're all about and why we're here. So I don't have it on my, I'm in the wrong, I have to set up Zoom for Padma Refuge because I'm on my personal Chrome account and not my Padma Refuge Chrome account. But anyway, why don't I just read it off? So we have, so again, Padma Refuge is, Padma means lotus, lotus meaning the symbol of purity and strength and resilience and perfection through adversity, through dark times, through chaos, through the mud, so to speak. So that really resonates with me on so many levels. And of course, the word refuge is such a big Buddhist term, but also Ron's initials REF happen to be in the word refuge, which is another reason why we're calling it that. The foundation is the name of the organization, so it's Padma Refuge Foundation, and then the location will be Padma Refuge Temple. And the temple will consist of a monastery, meditation center, living quarters, etc. And so I have your vision here is our vision at Padma Refuge Temple is to create a sanctuary where individuals, regardless of their background or culture, can access the profound teachings of the Buddha. It is a place dedicated to the cultivation of merit through dana, charity, sila, ethics, and bhavana, meditation. Our mission is to be a model of a nonprofit organization that operates with transparency and integrity. We aim to foster a culture of generosity, kindness, gratitude, where everyone has the opportunity to contribute. And then we have our core values. We are guided by the following core values, which serve as the foundation of our organization and guide us in fulfilling our mission and vision. So we have inclusivity. We are committed to creating a welcoming and inclusive space for all individuals. We believe that diversity is a source of strength and that everyone has something valuable to contribute. Next one is transparency. We operate with transparency in all aspects of our organization, ensuring that our actions and decisions are open, honest, and easily accessible to our community. We believe that transparency fosters trust and strengthens our commitment to ethical conduct. Collaboration, we believe in the power of collaboration and recognize that we cannot achieve our mission alone. We strive to build partnerships with other organizations and individuals who share our values and vision and work together towards a common goal. And integrity, we uphold the highest ethical standards and operate with transparency, honesty, and accountability in all of our dealings. We believe that trust is essential to building strong relationships and creating a culture of respect and dignity. Trust, we trust in the innate goodness of all beings and seek to create a safe and nurturing environment where everyone feels valued and respected. We believe that By cultivating trust, we can create a sense of belonging and foster meaningful connections with others. In addition, we practice the Brahma Vihara, consisting of these 4 virtues: metta, also loving kindness, extending benevolence to all beings, karuna, which is a compassion, cultivating a compassionate heart for all those in need. Mudita, empathetic joy, sharing in the joy and success of others. And upekkha, equanimity, maintaining a balance and serenity in all circumstances. By embodying these core values and virtues, we aim to create a culture of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom that empowers individuals and communities to transform their lives and the world around them. And that is it. Yay! So what I would like to do is create a purpose statement as well. Like, why is it that we exist? And it's going to sort of combine everything together. It's kind of like our, our 30-second elevator pitch as to why we exist and what we're all about. So I'm going to work on that. And this is still a working document. I will share it with all of you on our Google account, I guess, where it'll be a document, a Word document or something, and you can edit them, and we can make suggestions and stuff like that. But yeah, what do you guys think so far?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's well thought out. Yeah, I don't know what to contribute to that. I think it's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions or concerns? Anything that stands out? Anything you like or dislike? Okay, so that's great. Let's keep that there. What did I just do? Give me 1 second here. So the OneNote just reformatted stuff, and now I don't know where anything went. On my phone, it's like, why did they change it? I have here. Okay, so next up are the bylaws. Partha, you printed up some sort of standard bylaw templates, so to speak, and did you end up modifying some of those to meet our current sort of standards?
Yeah, I think they're at. Give me a second. Wait.
When the tech guy says "oh," that's kind of scary.
Okay, it's non bylaws. Here we go.
You want to share your screen, maybe?
Hold on, I'll give it to you, and you can wait. Copy link address. Here we go. Is there a chat here? There is. Okay, this is the bylaws.
Okay.
See, I think everyone should have read access.
Oh, okay. So everyone can click on that?
Yeah, I should be able to read it. Yeah, not modified.
Oh. Okay, great. So, is there anything in here that we need that you want to highlight, or any thing that you want to go over with the board? I'm sure
It's actually pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
Right. There were I did a there's a bylaw builder, and I used pretty much that from the Canada government side for standard for non-profits. And I think maybe if we can skim through it, probably not worth reading it right now, but
yeah,
it's probably a good idea to just skim through it and see, if we all agree to it, essentially.
Yeah, I think at the beginning we could have it very broad and vague, and then as we
Correct.
move forward, we can definitely refine and modify where we see fit.
Correct.
But so some of the things that I think stand out for me is maybe obviously an annual general meeting. At this annual general meeting, we can nominate directors on the board, and at that time, the directors will be assigned committees and sort of delegate responsibilities and functions, whatever it is that they can do, and then they can build their own team within their own committees as well, with any volunteers that might be available to us. Just thinking, as we grow. What else in terms of bylaws? Yeah, I think they're pretty standard. You're right. I think if we just kind of go over them, I'm trying to reach out to this gentleman named Dimitu. He's was part of another organization, a Buddhist organization in London, and he actually ran the board and actually wrote the bylaws, and had done that for a number of years, and offered to help me kind of write the bylaws specifically for like temples, right? I think that would, and maybe there's something there that we could utilize and implement. So I'll figure that out. So I'll skim through this one and I'll get in touch with him to see if there's anything that we can implement. Okay. Any questions? No. Okay. Next steps, we have I have some possibilities that I wanted to create. So it's quite interesting. So first off, we have Venerable Pra Pandit from originally from England, but lives in Thailand right now. He is accepted our invitation to come and stay with us here at the Padma Refuge Temple for 3 months, just before the rain season. So we're looking at end of April to end of July, which is fantastic. He is Dhamma talk. He can do Dhamma talks. He can teach meditation. He can teach the jhanas, which is something I'm really excited in learning in. And we're going to do a 3-month trial kind of thing and see how we get along and how that works out. Hi, May. And then after that, he will go back to Thailand for the rains season. And after the rain season ending in October/November, we can send out another invitation to him, or we'll figure it out as we get there. When we get there, I imagine, if it works out, I can imagine him staying maybe 3-6 months out of the year. If he doesn't want to give up his room at the temple in Bangkok. So there's that in the works. We have the the Chinese Vipassana Center down the street. The 3 nuns that run the meditation center, they just finished their 10-day group meditation retreat at their center. So I just reached out to them. But ironically, the interpreter, the person who introduced me to Bhante, actually, and who also introduced me to these nuns, she reached out to me today and says like, oh, did you know that the nuns need to move out of their place? They're thinking about moving to Halifax. And I was like, what are you talking about? I thought it was a month to month. And, I told her that we were sort of in conversations about having them come here and operate their, temple out of their center out of our temple. So we're looking at possibly hosting them for a short-term trial basis as well, and see how that goes. Now, so there's that as well, which could be really interesting and great, because I think they had like maybe 8 to 10 meditators in their group, their first ever group meditation retreat, which is fantastic. I don't know where they housed them all, but that's not our problem. And so there's that. I had another gentleman by the name of T, who's also Chinese, who's a local. He reached out to me this week and said, I am in touch with the lead person from the Goenka tradition and in Ontario, and that he wanted to start a 1-day, like a day retreat in the Goenka tradition. He said either it could be officially Goenka or unofficially Goenka. And I said, what does that mean? He said, officially means that Goenka would be involved with the marketing, with bringing on the people, with providing the food. They would take care of everything. They would just basically come and use the space for 1 day. It'd be like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. kind of thing. And they would do that. or unofficially, meaning T would then organize it and do everything himself locally. The benefit, I think there's benefit to doing both things, and there's no reason why we can't do both, right? Why do we have to have one or the other? I think there's opportunity to do both, because the official Goenka one will only allow people who have done their retreats before, so they're senior meditators, so to speak, versus the unofficial, he can have whoever he wants to come, whether it be somebody new or somebody who's more experienced. So that's kind of in the works, which is also very exciting. And then there's apparently another monk that travels around and is maybe looking for a place to stay. I am in contact, I'm trying to get the contact number from T, who knows this person as well. So a lot of sort of, irons in the fire to kind of see what we can create as a possibility. It's all very exciting to me. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else in terms of any new possibilities. That's all that I can think of. I feel like there's one more, but I could be mistaken. So that being said, I wanted to discuss how the organization is running with the temple and how, what's going to happen. So essentially what I'm looking at doing is having so I own the land, I own the property, and what I want to do is I want to have Padma Refuge take over the property, but but in a lease, like basically leasing the property, but it's a zero lease, right? I'm not gonna charge rent to Padma Refuge per se. And then Padma Refuge can then rent or sublet to the nuns. The nuns have agreed to pay for utilities and taxes, so that could be covered by that end. And then any donations that their community wants to donate to Padma Refuge, they will have that opportunity to do so. And then Padma Refuge will also host 1 or 2 monks on their own and have their own donation box for their events and happenings. So originally, when we were talking to the nuns, I was saying, this is how much it would cost to keep the place going, and we figured it's approximately $3,500 to $4,000 to continue to run the operation, and utilities are about, and taxes run about $1,500 a month. So what I was thinking is have the nuns pay for that $1,500 a month, and whatever is left over, Padma Refuge can cover. So whether through fundraising, whether that be through my own personal donation into Padma Refuge, which is likely, but that's okay too. But doesn't have to be, because I want this to be a group effort in terms of the community gathering together and doing something and contributing to something that's wholesome and good. So that's kind of how I see for now, how I want to run things. Do you guys have any concerns or questions or suggestions? Because I'm super open.
Just to be clear, so you'll be renting to Padma Refuge, like in lieu of, how you were saying, I mean, this is more technical, but in terms of how you're kind of organizing this, just to be clear, it's kind of like in lieu of you're renting it to Padma, and then Padma is going to rent to.
Yeah. So because yes, essentially, I wanted to run through Padma Refuge, right? So. Right. Padma Refuge is the one donating. Padma Refuge is the one receiving the donations. Where do I fit in all this? And if it's my land and my property, that I'm not sure about. I have a meeting with an accountant coming today, hopefully. So I think, and of course, of my lawyer. So I think how all those little things are going to work out. I have a sense, but I'm not 100% clear, and I definitely need more advice on how to do that.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sure there's experts who this is what they do.
Yeah. So we'll do whatever way, and then of course I'll present it to you. But that's how I have it right now, set up right now, and I think it's just easier right now. But nothing's set in stone. I think we're just kind of just trying something out and seeing how it works. But yeah, essentially, I would have a $0 lease for Padma Refuge, and then Padma Refuge would then pay for maintenance and stuff like that.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, what I really want is Padma Refuge to pay for the renovations of the Dhamma Hall. That would be something, but I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. So I'll figure that out with the legal team, and get back to us. Any questions? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So a couple of things. I mean, ideally, you just pay for everything, Jeff. And I really think that ideally, there's no reason why not. We shouldn't start talking about it already, like how to actually do fundraising efforts, and really making it a process and not a
Totally.
one-off, right? Like how often,
Mhm.
what purpose? Because
Right.
it's good that these people coming can offset some costs, but the truth is it doesn't cover. And ideally, also it should be abundant, and it should not. You know what I mean? Like it. There's a process, and it shouldn't be that we do them when we start to run out. So
Right.
I just want to just say it right away. Like how do we see that? Is it physical, geographical, on site? Is it online? So I just want to bring that up. And the other thing I want to just unrelated, will Pandit and you record the jhana sessions and
Yes.
post them online?
Yeah. So I want Padma Refuge to be its own resource, its own place of resources. So for every event that we have, we could have a different series covering that event or that happening or that that retreat or that course. So absolutely, I absolutely will have lots of recordings and materials saved. But yes, in terms of the fundraising, Partha has already set up a lot. So we already have our bank account. We already have our registration. We're waiting for charity status, but that doesn't stop us from collecting donations. We just cannot write receipts until we get our CRA number, which can be retroactively done. So somebody donates $200. Today, we get our CRA number in September. We write that they donated $200 tax exempt back in May or whatever. Or back in February, whatever, February. Partha has also set up things like PayPal and GoFundMe, or it's in the process of doing that. So that way we can absolutely start raising money for just to have that. And so if we can connect it to our accounts and stuff like that, then it just goes directly into our accounts. So yeah, that's what I have so far. Is that correct, Partha?
Yep.
Okay, great. Partha's been awesome at doing all this work in the background. I'm like dumbfounded as how fast you did all this. Amazing job. Thank you. Open forum, if there's anything you'd like to bring up or say or share, now's the time.
No, I appreciate the amount of work, Jeff, that you're putting into this. I know that this is a new venture and there's a lot of uncertainty in kind of how to do the technical sides. And I just want to say I appreciate the effort involved in doing so.
Thank you, Adam. All right. So then let's schedule do we want to set how many, like when we should be, how frequently we should be having our meetings? Partha, do you have any suggestions? I was thinking at the beginning, now that we're just kind of starting, we could do either every 2 weeks or every month.
Yeah, every 2 weeks or months seems fine. Yeah.
Okay. So we can,
Yeah.
why don't we set it for 2 weeks, and then
Okay.
if there's not any updates, we can just cancel that one and keep the one after that. How does that sound?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I actually like that idea in general. Why don't we just keep it every 2 weeks, and if there's nothing going on, we just We just cancel it. All right.
I'm just going to ask that you please send like a recurring calendar invite then, just so
Absolutely.
it doesn't fall out.
Absolutely. I will
Yes.
do that.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions?
No,
All
thank
right.
you, Jeff,
Nope.
for
Thank
everything.
you. Thank you so much. This is also being recorded for our minutes. I'm sure Partha will figure out how some AI can transcribe that into our minute book. So you have that task because it would take me too long. It would take me the same amount of time if I just wrote it by hand. But thank you so much, guys. It's 3:30. I will let you guys go. Thank you, and sadhu, and I'll see you again.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, that is it.